Hello everybody and welcome back to Miniature Hub. Today you're with me, Joe, and I'm going to be doing another Hall of Heroes video on the Loremaster, which is this guy right here. So if you've kind of forgotten what Hall of Heroes is about, it's just me going through individual heroes and explaining all their rules and characteristics and how they play in the game. Attacks, wounds, saves, all that kind of stuff. If they have magic, what kind of magic can they cast? If they have abilities, what abilities do they have, and all that kind of stuff. So it's really just so you can get like a basic understanding of that hero, and so yeah, you know how to play him in the games. I am going to be doing a special bit at the end for the Loremaster. He is in Shadows over Hammerhal, which is a Warhammer Quest game, spin-off game of Warhammer. I'm going to be telling you guys all the rules for Warhammer Quest as well for the Loremaster, so stick around to the end if you want to see that. If you don't, that's fine, you just want to stay around for the normal rules, it's totally cool by me, not bothered. So, let's get into the rules. Let's start with the wheel. First of all, on the wheel, we have a move of 6 inches. So, he is an on-foot character, as you can see. He's just like on his little feeties running around the battlefield. He doesn't have a high movement only because of that reason. A 6 is actually pretty okay for an on-foot character. If you had a mount and it was 6, that would be quite low. Mounts usually like 10 inches, maybe more. 6 inches on his feet, that's pretty fine. I'm okay with that. Next we have wounds. He has a wound value of 5, which is pretty okay in my opinion. 5 wounds is kind of generic for this kind of character. He's kind of a wizard / melee hero. He does have some magic, which we will get onto later. So 5 wounds is pretty fine. If you play him right around in the game, you could probably keep him alive, but he should be able to stay alive long enough to do his main stuff, do what he's there for. But he probably won't survive the whole game. But, it depends how you play this kind of guy. Next we have save. He has a pretty good save. It's 50-50. It's quite generic. 4+. So really, if he's just going to save it, it's 50-50 chance, really, unless they have rend and stuff like that. But 50-50, it's not bad. If it was 3+, it'd be better. But come on, 50-50, can't really beat that. Bravery is a 7. Not too sure about bravery and how it kind of affects the gameplay. Obviously, I know that 10 bravery is better than 5 bravery, so obviously the higher it is, the better. But 7, I think, is kind of in the middle. 5, I'm pretty sure is quite bad. 10 is obviously very good. So 7's just in the middle, really. So take of that what you want. Just going to get my iPad over here with the War Scroll. To go on to weapons now. He has the Greatsword. Pretty interestingly, actually, he does not have a missile attack, which I kind of thought he would. He only uses his sword over here, which obviously he has. He doesn't use his fireball green blasting thing. He only uses his sword. But, he just has his Greatsword, which is a melee attack. It has a range of 1, so 1 inch, you got to be in combat right next to him. It has attacks of 2, which isn't that bad. It's more than 1, so why not? Pretty good to hit and to wound rolls. They're both 3+, which is, pretty good. You're most likely to hit them, obviously, so, that's pretty good. Rend, it does have a -1 rend, which is good. Rend's always good. Who doesn't love some rend? And then damage is 1, so kind of a bit disappointing on the damage front. Only 1 damage, it's kind of a bit, he's not actually going to be used in combat much because of that damage. But you should be able to hit the attacks when you do them. He has 1 ability, which is deflect shots. So it says you can re-roll failed save rolls for this model in the shooting phase. So it's just making him better at, when someone's shooting at him. So if someone's shooting at him, he can reroll failed save rolls, which is always nice to have. Next, we're going to go on to the magic. He is a wizard, obviously, and he can cast one spell in the hero phase, and he can attempt to unbind one spell in the enemy hero phase. And he knows 3 spells. Obviously, you have the generic 2, which are Arcane Bolt and Mystic Shield. I think, yeah, every wizard in Age of Sigmar has those 2 spells. They're just default to the wizards. Arcane Bolt does damage. Mystic Shield allows you to reroll save rolls and stuff like that. If you want to check those out, just go and research them for yourself. I'm not going to explain them because I would have to explain them each time in Wizard when I ever do a Wizard in Hall of Heroes. So I'm just going to go over its one spell that's unique to the Loremaster, which is its Hand of Glory. It's pretty interesting. It has a casting value of 5, and it says, if successfully cast, pick a model within 18 inches, so obviously 18 inches away from the model. Until your next hero phase, you can re-roll all failed hit rolls and wound rolls for that model. So, you know, if you had a big beefy guy, like a big monster, and you wanted him to do some damage, it will re-roll hit rolls and wound rolls for that model. So it's pretty handy. It's kind of like a support kind of spell, no real damage or anything, but it could influence other models in your army to do more damage. So it's pretty basic. I don't think I would use him in my armies personally because of the kind of not really a lot of damage, only good for enabling other heroes or other characters or monsters or whatever. But, you know, someone could use him and they could totally rock the whole battle table with him. Who knows? Things can happen when you play Warhammer. Anything can happen. So now I'm going to go over the Shadows over Hammerhal Warhammer Quest actions for him. If you don't want to see this and you don't want to listen to it or anything, then, you know, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the brief summary of the Loremaster. But if you do want to hear this Warhammer Quest stuff, then here we go. So in Warhammer Quest, you have obviously these tiles here. This is just a basic tile right there. And as you can see, it's split up into different grids and so on. That's kind of like you move one, if that makes sense, 1 square per each move. So, like in the normal Warhammer, it does have a wheel on the card. I'll just briefly show you the card right here. This is the card for the Loremaster. Obviously, you can see it has a wheel, weapon actions, abilities, and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go over the card real quick. It has, so on its wheel, it has a move of 4. So if you don't really know what that looked like, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically just cross the board. It has a save of 5+. Now you might be thinking, well, that's worse than in the normal game. You're gonna kind of forget the normal game rules. It's different in Warhammer Quest because all the different characters and monsters are kind of like rebalanced to fit the game. So a 5+ isn't actually too bad. Well, obviously it's worse than like a 4+ or a 3+, but it's not the end of the world. It has an agility of 3+. If you don't know what agility is, it's basically in the game, there's certain things that you might need to cross or things that you might need to do which require agility. The higher agility, well, yeah, so the lower technically, like 3+, 2+. No, the better agility you have, the easier it is to cross and do those certain things. So, you know, he's pretty good at getting over. There's this one dungeon that you do which has a bridge and you got to cross it using your agility. So he's better at crossing it using his agility. Let's go on to his weapon actions. You got to remember when you're playing Age of Sigmar, Warhammer Quest, and Hammerhal, you're rolling 4 dice. As you can kind of see here, there's 4 slots for 4 dice at the top. You roll 4 dice, and whatever the values are, you can do certain things. The first weapon action you've got is an Aelven Greatsword, which you need at least a +1 on your dice. If you have the game, you should kind of know what this is. If you don't, then you just need to roll a +1 and use a +1 dice. its range is combat, which basically means it just needs to be next to an enemy hero, so an adversary. To hit is a 3+, which isn't that bad in this game. And then its damage is 2, which is very good. So, in general, it's a very good ability to use. Pretty decent damage, and pretty easy to hit. Its next weapon action is the Eldrich Blast, which is a 3+ on the die. So you need a die value of 3+. Its range is a missile, so it can be shot anywhere in the room. So if there's an enemy, like right here, obviously you can shoot it. It doesn't matter how far away it is, as long as you can see it. Same as the Aelven Greatsword, it has a 3+ to hit, which is very nice. And its damage is a D3, which basically means you roll a 6-sided die, and you cut the value in half. So basically, a 5 and a 6 are both 3 damages. 3 and 2 are both 2 damages, and 1 and 2 are both 1. You I think you round down? No, you round up. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty easy. 5 and 6 is 3, and so on and so on. You go down. Now let's go on to its abilities. It's actually pretty similar to the core rules in terms of its abilities in this Warhammer Quest game. It has deflect shots, which says subtract 1 from any missile attack rolls that target the Loremaster. Basically makes him harder to hit, so it's good. He also has a Hand of Glory ability, just like in the core game, and it's a 4+, so you need a 4+ die to use it, so, you got to actually roll them. It says you can nominate the Loremaster or any other hero in the party and put the hero dice here until the end of the round. While it is there, the controlling player can reroll fail attack rolls for that hero. So you can give it to the Loremaster, or the Cogsmith, or the Lord Castellant, or whatever you want. You can give it to that hero, and they can reroll failed attack rolls. It's pretty nice, it's pretty useful if someone's going in for a big attack on the main boss, or a tough enemy, or something like that. You give him the ability to reroll failed attack rolls. It's all very good. Next we have its traits. These don't really come into play in terms of the game rules, but it's nice to know them. It says the Loremaster is Arcane and Bladeborn. It can apply for certain items and cards and different kind of rules in the game. But yeah, it is Arcane and Bladeborn. And then it has a Renown bit, which says if you slay at least one enemy within Aelven Greatsword and the Eldrich Blast, in the same turn you earn 2 Renowns. Not too important for the game, but Renowned allows you to generate skills and stuff like that, so it's always nice to try and get Renown. But basically, if you kill an adversary with your Greatsword, and you kill one with your Eldritch Blast in the same turn, you get 2 Renown. So you could be trying to aim to do that, or, whatever. It's just like an extra objective to achieve to get 2 Renown. It's when you've completed the whole Renown wheel, you get a skill, and so on and stuff like that. So that was kind of the basic overview of the Loremaster in terms of the base game and Warhammer Quest Shadows of Hammerhal. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm really looking forward to getting back into Miniature Hub and start recording with Bruce and start posting new stuff. We've got a lot of plans for the future. So yeah, we're really looking forward to doing this. We're starting to edit a bit more as well, so hopefully the videos are better quality and stuff like that. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you have not, like, spread it around. We want Warhammer to be very big in this community, or in life in general. I love Warhammer, it's a great thing to do. Spread the word, okay? Alright, thanks guys for watching, and see you all in the next video. Bye!